Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge mit einem neuen Game auf unserem Kanal zusammen mit Geroddi. Heute
Hi.
ist Stanley Parable. Aber richtig
Ultra
Bock.
Deluxe.
Ich finde es cool, dass wir auf dem kleinen Computerbildschirm unsere Einstellungen sehen.
Oh ja, ich weiß gar nichts von dem Game.
Ich auch
mag,
nicht.
dass da drei Stifte liegen. Der eine fühlt sich sicher ausgegrenzt, der linke.
Okay, begin the game. The end is never to... The end is never the end is loading new... Was?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hi Stanley.
Hi.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee
Gefällt mir nicht, dass die alle Nummern haben.
427's
Ja.
job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders
Das machen
came
wir
to him
auch.
through a monitor on his
So sieht das bei mir auch aus in der
Oh.
Arbeit.
buttons to push.
Bist auch von der Kamera beobachtet.
Ja,
And in what order?
genau das meinte ich auch
This is
eigentlich.
what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this
Das wäre aber
job.
cool in so einem Büro.
And Stanley
Geht niemand auf die Nerven.
was happy.
Oh, Stanley was happy.
Ja, in so einem Büro wäre ich auch
And then
happy
one
gewesen.
day, something very peculiar happened.
Oh, doch.
Something that would forever change Stanley.
Nicht
Something
Stanley.
he'd never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh nein!
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something
jetzt
was
aus Versehen
very
Sonntag
clearly
hin.
wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest
Yo.
time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Die mussten Insolvenz anmelden und haben vergessen, ihm das zu sagen.
Junge, die Chefs sind einfach jetzt auf die Bahamas ausgewandert. Die Mitarbeiter wurden alle gekündigt, nur er war nicht im E-Mail-Ding.
Was steht
Wer
da?
ist das?
Ich will...
Kannst du
bei...
nicht sneaken?
I hate Mondays. Ah! Er hat das Memo nicht bekommen.
Er ist Memo nicht bekommen, er war nicht im Newsletter mit dabei. Er hat ihn nicht abonniert.
Was ist das für
Digga,
eine
dieses
Verkabelung?
Kabelmanagement, das triggert mich so hart. Ich, der bei uns in der Arbeit die Kabel
Oh.
möglichst gut verstecken muss jetzt. Kannst du springen auch?
Nee, noch nicht.
Noch nicht?
Man kann
Kannst du die
springen,
Stifte-
aber...
Kannst du die Stifte mal spitzen? Das stört mich. Der eine ist
Wait.
stumpf.
Wenn ich Rechtsklick drücke, laufe ich automatisch.
Oh Gott, mach das aus. Mach das aus!
Frank,
Stefan?
wo haben wir deren Fenster? Frank, Stefan?
Wie kommst du auf Frank?
Lass mich rein!
Stefan!
All of his co-workers were gone.
Huh?
What could it mean?
What?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ja! Gerade doch gesagt.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, da ist der PC an. Hinter dir.
Hä?
Oh, okay.
Warum macht der PC solche Geräusche? ist
Junge,
nur
weißt du,
der
weißt du,
hier.
Weißt du, in was für einem Jahr wir spielen?
Gott,
USA im Jahr der 1990er oder Deutschland 2010.
Ah!
Lol.
Party!
Ich glaube, du kannst hier gar nichts machen.
Stanley went
Schau.
around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did
Oh
it
mein Gott.
advance the story in
Das
any
ist so
way.
cool.
Ich liebe
I
dieses Spiel.
like WIR. I just hate my boss.
Ich mag, dass die Lampe fliegt.
Yo! Müssen sneaken.
Ja, das ist ein Bild. Erstmal anfassen. Junge, was ist draußen passiert? Nuklearexplosion oder was? Warum ist so hell? Nein! Oh, kannst du Türen öffnen jetzt?
Aber die sind einfach so alle verschlossen. Das sieht aus. Wir haben wieder ausgeschalten.
Warum hast du ihn ausgeschaltet? Schau doch erstmal, was drauf ist. Ich dachte vorhin, der ist automatisch ausgegangen. Knowing your city. Ich kenne meine
das
Stadt nicht.
ist einfach ein Code-Team, wo wir dann brauchen.
420! Die Tür, in der du gerade warst.
Achso. Wo arbeitet 420? Warum arbeitet er nicht hier an seinem Tisch? Hä?
Oh, lol.
421? Wo ist 420?
Die Tür.
Achso, ich dachte, die haben alle auch hier einen eigenen
Der hat
Platz.
ein Einzelbüro.
Ah.
Mach den PC aus hinter dir. Pass auf. Vielleicht gibt's ja was, wenn du alle PCs ausmachst.
Salam Access. Okay, vielleicht willkommen in der Errungenschaft oder so. I hate Mondays. Aha.
Da liegt eine Tasse am Boden.
Hm.
Huh.
The fuck.
Stuhlkreis.
When
Oh.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Rechts.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh nein! Ah,
Damn
schade.
it.
Vielleicht gibt es wirklich ein Achievement dafür und wir müssen dann irgendwann wieder zurücklaufen.
What the fuck?
Das ist ja ein Meetingraum. So ein kleiner.
Oh.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Something. Oh, da liegt was.
Ja, lies mal vor.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Ich liebe den Narrator.
Ja, der ist richtig geil.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Die First Open Door ist left. Du weißt, was wir tun müssen.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Wir kriegen gleich irgendwie einen Jumpscare oder so reingedrückt.
Ey, yo.
Das ist geil.
Das Warning sein.
Oh
Do
Gott.
not jump from the cargo
Jump.
lift while it is in motion. Look for
Penalty
step.
from issues.
Cargo lift. Penalty for jumping of the cargo.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Was?
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
No!
All of
Not
his co-workers
again.
had gone. What could it
Was hast
be?
du erwartet, was
Stanley
passiert?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Sollen wir hingehen?
Nein, wir haben doch rechts noch so viel, was wir nicht gesehen
When
haben.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Solche
doors,
Spiele
this
hasse
was
ich.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So, was passiert, wenn du jetzt den Cargo-Lift
Hallo.
benutzt?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Hier gibt so viel Stuff zu
Look,
entdecken.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh, oh.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your
Huh?
trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but
Was ist, wenn ich da jetzt hinspringe?
all this time.
Versuch's nicht.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
Nein, die kann nicht springen!
Ich kann nicht springen!
That he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Wann kann ich
Enjoy,
springen?
Stanley.
Wann
Everyone
kann ich
thinks you are very
springen?
powerful.
Ui. Warum hast du das
All
gekriegt?
of his coworkers
Ich dachte, ich
had
kann
gone.
springen.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ich glaube, wenn irgendwas so das Ding kommt, wo vielleicht öfter stirbt oder so, wird er mir richtig auf den Sack gehen, der Narrator.
And Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
Oh
employee
Gott, das
lounge
war jetzt
first,
schön.
just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
Hat
open
er gerade eine
door
andere
with
Line
flair.
gesagt? Ändert er seine
Ich hab-
Lines?
Ich hab nicht
Stanley was
aufgepasst.
so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think
Once
perhaps
again,
you've
we're
gotten off
here.
on the wrong foot here.
Oh, da hat das fallen lassen, die Sau da
You're
unten.
not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Jetzt
Someone
wartest
you've
du, bis er
forgotten about.
andockt.
Please, stop trying to
Meint
make
er
every
uns-
decision by yourself.
Meint er uns selbst,
I'm not asking
wenn
for
er sagt,
me,
neglected?
I'm asking for her.
Gute
Oh,
Frage.
for her.
This is it, Stanley.
Oh.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh Gott, das gefällt mir nicht.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
What the
To
fuck?
reach out to
Warum?
her. If you can truly place your faith in another,
Kannst du es
then pick
ausplagen?
up the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope.
Hä?
Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Ist das geil?
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Fuck.
Hat's
I
rausgefunden.
can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on
Was?
safe decision-making in the real world.
Oh
Please
Gott.
observe this helpful instructional video.
Was?
It's the best part of being a real person. But if used
What?
incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish
Bot.
their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot
Ein
continue talking.
NPC.
Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Was?
Excellent.
Practice.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ist das, ich würde das... Oh
welcome
mein
back.
Gott.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago. and
Danger
see what the
everywhere.
correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Was? Was ist das Ziel von dem Spiel? Haben wir hier verschiedene Enden, die wir holen können? Oder?
Wir
Oder-
werden, glaube ich, lange an diesem Game sitzen, um alles irgendwie rauszufinden.
Willst du das perfekt durchspielen?
Now
Glaube.
that we know your choice is meaningful, we
Oh mein Gott, der hat einen Zaun hingebaut.
Ja.
Dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway
Die
through
Tür
the
ist zu.
story. That
Ja,
story would make no
Die war
sense
vorhin auch
at
schon
all.
zu.
Nee,
Ne?
die war
We
offen.
just need to get you
Oh,
home
dann
as
können wir
soon
da
as
später noch mal
possible
hinschauen.
before the narrative contradiction gets any worse.
Es wäre dumm natürlich, wenn der
Unfortunately,
Hauptcharakter von dem
it
Spiel
seems
aus Versehen nach
this
unten
phase is
springt,
not
weil er
well
dachte, er
equipped
könnte
to deal
springen.
with reality.
Ja, das ist überall ein Zaun.
Nein, nein, nein. Wir wollen nicht nochmal da durch. Ah, er schickt uns jetzt wieder zurück.
Ja.
Schön die Tür zu machen. Oh, ganz zurück. Ich dachte, er macht jetzt die Tür auf. Aber dann gehen wir ganz zurück. Dann schauen wir, was passiert, wenn wir wieder
Das
falsch
wahrscheinlich will
Place
uns
there.
jetzt...
You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other
Steht da.
direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Weil ich fotografiere es.
He
Wenn
broke
wir
the
das
game.
brauchen. Hast du ein Achievement gekriegt?
Nee.
Also. Aber wir haben das Game gebreakt. Oh, das ist nicht gut. Ja,
Okay.
das ist schade. Oh, ein Zoom-Meeting-Raum.
It's ruined. I can't
Oh.
believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now.
Get
And what
Chris
am I
out of the
supposed to do?
broom
Even if
closet.
there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever.
Hire someone to sanitize
Is it better to
papers.
shut the game
Papers
down
are too
entirely, to
sanitized.
willingly destroy all of my work?
Hire paper guy.
What's the answer?
Hire someone to fire the paper signal.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
This
Was?
future
Nein.
was yesterday, tomorrow is now tomorrow.
Ich schalte das Game aus. Digga, was passiert hier?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
Wir
The only
haben
thing in the
20
world that
Minuten
was
im Game, wir haben
mine
alles
was
zerstört.
running into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I
Yeah.
impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even
Sorry.
occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Ich bin Teenager.
Ein Kind.
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been
Was?
victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make
Was passiert denn jetzt?
this behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Oh lol,
I'm
was?
quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Okay, wir
When
können
Stanley
nicht
came
den
to
rechten
send
Weg gerade
to open
weitermachen.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, wir haben rechts zwei Möglichkeiten. Dann das Telefon aufheben oder sogar runterspringen auf den Zwischengang, um durch die Tür zu gehen. Ich will
Aber wir
jeden
gehen
Weg
einfach mal
probieren.
links.
Ich will jeden Weg probieren.
Ja, das ist das Schlimme. Aber jetzt bist du links gegangen.
Ja, wir
Yet
sind
there
ja
was
wieder
not a
zurück
single
bei dem
person
Ding.
here either.
Das wäre wieder kaputt gegangen.
Feeling a wave of
Also.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda. What the fuck? Items. Right next day's agenda. Reflect. Employee. 417 bis 45, 491 bis 416, 431 bis Gym. Meet Room. Floor 4XX.
Ach du Scheiße.
Oh Gott.
Das ist too much da.
Do not alter without consulting Whiteboard Manager. Wir können nichts machen. Rip Friends?
Franz?
Franz?
Was ist mit Franz
Nein!
passiert?
Der arme Ferdinand.
Was ist das Ferdinand? Da steht Franz.
Franz Ferdinand.
Achso, oh mein Gott. Nein! Der Erste Weltkrieg!
Such a nice core value. Shift global market forward. Monetize free to play.
Ja, monetize!
Oh Gott, das ist wie Profits. What is hot? Target demographic teenager. Things, money, more money. Things, but with money to buy. More things. Graphs about things plus money. We have our new products. The
Yeah.
stock market is somewhere here. Ich liebe es. We need less reviews. Want to get rid of death spot portion in the primary review schedule, but I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Bignet? Same sort of giant trap?
Okay, cool.
A lot of person teenagers. Size of demographic. Space between the teenagers. Throw
Was?
something in the ideas bin. 10 normal bins. Trash cans.
20 renaming of the idea bin. 30 firing of me. 4 und dann kann er nicht mehr weiterschreiben. Kannst du schauen, ob da am Boden ein Stift liegt? Da bei dem Whiteboard?
Nee.
Schade, okay. Ansonsten hätte es ja sein können, dass er mitten unter dem Schreiben einfach verschwunden ist.
Der
Aber
Boss
anscheinend
Application Minute. Solving
Ja.
interpersonal conflict, okay.
Das werden wir uns nicht durchlesen.
Room Closet!
Na, wer war da drin? Chris!
Chris!
Christian!
Christian!
Oh, wo müssen
Coming
wir
to a
jetzt hin?
staircase,
Oh.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ja, wir haben keine Wahl.
Ey, wie soll man
Kannst
zu
nicht-
dieser
kannst
Tür
nicht springen.
kommen, ey? Achso, das ist eine. Okay.
Ja, vielleicht, wenn du springen kannst später? Ja, natürlich!
Yo!
Alter, massiv Holz auch noch, ne? Boah, wie geil.
Das Büro. Ja, das Bild! Geil!
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
ist einfach ein Panda.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Du musst ihn nicht sprechen, glaube ich.
Das war der Code.
Night Shark from 511.
Stanley spoke the
Ah,
code.
115.
Night Shark 115.
Okay.
He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Müssen wir Deutsch oder Englisch? Night Shark 115. Night Shark
I'm
115.
sorry, is there a problem?
Night Shark 115.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115. Night Shark
Fine,
115.
you're not going to do it, but
Okay.
you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do.
Ich glaube nicht, wir hätten es
es
selber machen müssen.
single thing for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell
Haben wir
you
versucht.
wanted over there. Why did you come this way?
Weil du es
Speak.
gesagt
Say
hast.
something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Hä?
Der Junge sagt mir, der
Stanley came
was?
to a set of two open
Hä?
doors. He entered the door on his left.
Was ist denn jetzt?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end?
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist
Wir
without you. Do you
bettelt.
understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You can't go wrong here. We
Ist
can
das
work
geil?
together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
Do something.
Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
Even the narrator.
It's okay, I can wait.
Sorry, Leroy.
Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
Ah, hör auf,
Take
bitte.
as much time as you need.
Yo, what the fuck?
Schön.
Hä? Oh Gott, Hilfe.
Das war
Gut.
jetzt geil.
Dann würde ich sagen, was ist mit der ersten Folge von der Stanley Parable. Lasst ein Like und ein Abo, wenn es euch gefallen hat. Schaut auch beim nächsten Mal vorbei und tschüss.
Tschüss.